So what we are finna do, you and I, in 2026, we are gonna reach our goals. We are gonna get to the next level, right? We're gonna hustle, work hard, focus, lock in, go in ghost mode and all that. But what we ain't finna do is bring that toxic, I shouldn't say toxic, right? Because I get the idea of it. But this pressure that we put on ourselves from society of wasting time. It's almost like we walk around with this feeling of, I shouldn't say guilt, but if we're not where we want to be at a particular point in our lives, we feel like we have to explain it away to people, whether it's strangers, people that we don't know on social media, whether it's people that we know, in our real lives, right? We feel like we have this pressure to be at a certain point in our lives, right? If you're over 30, you're supposed to have X, Y, Z. If you're 20, you're supposed to have this, right? If you're 40, you're supposed to have this, and that, right? And I get it, right? Pressure is not always a bad thing. For them, I would say half the time is a good thing because we do need fire under our behind sometimes to get us to take action, right? And things aren't always easy, which is understandable. Meaning, like, if you want to get in shape, it's going to take some sacrifice, some discipline, some urgency, and stuff like that. We get that. But I think keeping at the forefront that idea that we're wasting time stills our joy, right? That we could be extracting from the process of getting in shape, right? Of getting a little bit better every day. I forget the Japanese word, kaizen or something like that, which means like 1% better every day. But if we're constantly in this mindset of we're wasting time, it robs us of what I think we're chasing in the first place is a feeling, which is a feeling of presence. Yes, we want goals, we want more money, right? We want the vehicle, the home that we need. We want our needs met. What is it? Mavlov's hierarchy of needs, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like food, shelter, water, safety, love, XYZ, and all that stuff. We want that. But I think to sum everything up, to sum up what that is just we want to feel present, man. We want to feel okay where we are. And a lot of times, if we lead with this societal mindset, one, I think society has been shaped like that for the longest. And then now you throw the fire of social media, technology, information moving so fast. You get to see people's highlight reels on their Instagrams, right? And you feel this sense of like, man, I should be there, right? They're 21. The kid said he was 21 and he's made $10 million already from YouTube. It's like, man, I'm 55 and I'm making 45,000 a year. I did something wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get, we can be inspired by people, but I don't think we should continue to lead with this idea of hustle till your face falls off, grind, 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 ghost mode, ghost mode, ghost mode, ghost mode. And I get time and place, right? Sometimes we need to be alone. Sometimes we need solitude, right? There's a video I'm working on right now where it's like solitude is really just a lack of distraction. So you should embrace seasons of solitude, right? But at the end of the day, the reason I want to go in ghost mode is so I can make a particular amount of money so that I can connect with the ones that I love. And by connect, I mean feel present. And if you're not sure what I mean by presence, it's just like being comfortable where you are in your process, right? If I'm a basketball player and I want to become a great basketball player, if I've only been playing for 2 months, I need to enjoy where I am in month 2 because in month 1, I was trash. You understand what I'm saying? I was smoking layups, missing everything, but now I can rely on myself to make a layup in most situations, right? And in another 2 months, I'll be way better than I am right now. But if I always have this sense of like, man, look at that guy, look at that girl, she can dunk, he can, crossover, lay, XYZ, right? Got the layup package and all that. If I'm constantly comparing myself and looking at other people's highlight reels, right, I'm always going to feel like I'm behind. And one thing people will tell you too, you don't even have to be like have reached the highest point of like, any mountain to realize this too. But once you scale one mountain in your life, whether it's like, goal in school or goal in life, having kids, getting a car, getting a home, travel, XYZ, you realize once you get to the height, you scale one mountain, you wind up being at the bottom of the next mountain. And then once you scale that one, you're at the bottom of the next mountain, then the next mountain, then the next mountain. And I feel like if you don't stop to use cliche, to smell the roses, you'll always be in this perpetual, this is not good enough, or this is taking too long, right? And you never enjoy the process. And I get it. I'm part of it. Look, we all experience the spectrum of human emotions, right? And we're part of this thing called humanity. We're part of this thing called life. And sometimes I get impatient, man. I think the reason why I'm putting this video out right now is because, sometimes I wake up, I'm fine and stuff like that. But sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and just be like, damn, I have these goals and I want to achieve them, but I want to achieve them like next week. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, I can't. But then there's another part of my mind that's like, well, that dude that ran that Facebook ad about, drop shipping or Amazon FBA or whatever it is, they said they got it done in like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? They went from 0 to 500,000 subscribers in 2 weeks and got monetized and got their first check in like a month and stuff like that. So you see things, you see these clips and these highlights, and you just be like, man, like I want to do that too. It's part of human nature, right? To want things fast, to want things immediately. But if we don't slow down to smell the roses, right, or to look at the process or to enjoy the process, even the uncomfortable parts of the process, if we don't do that, I don't think we'll ever reach where we're trying to go. And I think more times than not, once you start to achieve goals, you realize you're not even trying to reach much. You're just trying to connect with this feeling of presence and happiness and enjoying life and experiences with the ones you love. And presence, an amazing moment. Presence is like having a great laugh with like your best friends or your best friend. You know what I mean? Like just being caught up in that joke or something you both saw that was funny, and like, you couldn't verbally speak to each other, but you gave each other this look that you've garnered, since y'all were in middle school, and the both of you know what that look means, and you have a good laugh about it, right? That's feeling present. Now, that costs nothing for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So again, in 2026, let's keep with the goals, right? Let's keep with getting to the next level, right? Focusing. I'm not saying be a loosey goosey and just like let it all go and go live off the grid, or if that's what you want to do, go live off the grid. But what I'm saying is let's sort of balance and temper this idea, right? This hustle culture, this hustle till until you die, sleep when you're dead, hustle till your face falls off, and ghost mode and grind. Yes, we need to have that, but let's balance it out, okay? With rest, okay? Eating healthy, meditation, exercise, walking, getting sunshine, getting fresh air, enjoying the process. And again, whatever that term is, the Japanese term, kaizen, whatever it's called, excuse me if I'm jacking the word up, but just being okay with that improvement of 1% better every day. And even if you don't improve, there's going to be some weeks where you're not improving. You may not feel like you improve. And I think that's fine too. So again, let's walk into 2026 with this, half of our mindset is going to get to the next level, but the other part of your mindset needs to be being okay with where you are right now and enjoying that process. That's all I wanted to say. This is the first video of 2026. As always, y'all, ABC, always be creating. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.